In this video, I want to talk to you a little bit about how to identify an ox shoe and how it differs from a broken horseshoe. I'm also going to show you a couple other types of shoes like mule shoes, and we'll go over a little bit of the difference in the ages of horseshoes, how you can kind of date the ages, but we're just going to touch on that. I mainly want to focus on the ox shoe and the broken horseshoe, and mainly because in my videos I find a lot of broken horseshoes, and people in the video say, no Chig, that's an ox shoe, and it isn't. And I'm going to show you why and how you can easily tell the difference. So with my little pointer, let's take a look at what we have here. All right, so let's take a look at the ox shoes first. This is kind of a bigger ox shoe right here, and this is a smaller one. You can see it has a very definite style to a definite shape. Comes down like this, widens out in the middle, and is flat on the end. Same way over here, even though this is a small one, nice flat on the end, widens out in the middle. This is a broken horseshoe. You can see it comes down, it gets a little bit wider, but it doesn't have that big flare like you have right here, and it just whips around, broken off here. Same way with this one. Comes down around here, whips around here, gets really thin because that's where the horse wore it out, and it breaks off. And that break is typically in this general area when you find a broken horseshoe. That's actually off to the side more than I would expect. Ox shoes, very different than horseshoes. The reason they look like that is because an ox has a cloven hoof, so you have to have two on each foot. It's a bull that's been castrated, and they are used mainly for working on farms, pulling plows, pulling heavy wagons. They're very popular. Not so much in the south, like where I live here in Maryland in Point South, you almost never find an ox shoe. But if you go up to New England, there are ox shoes everywhere. You don't find quite as many horseshoes. This is a mule shoe, a small mule shoe. They're quite different than the horseshoes. You got a different shape going on there. Definitely have a different shape. And the reason being is that a mule is a cross between a horse and a donkey. And a donkey would just have a small horseshoe-like hoof. Now, I was doing some research online, and they were showing me pictures of mule shoes online that look just like horseshoes. So maybe they're a little bit different, or not as different in some animals. You have to remember, a mule is a cross between a horse and a donkey. And that makes for a very rugged animal, not as fast as a horse, but bigger and stronger than a donkey. And mules are used for hauling wagons as well. Just wanted to show you this while we're here. People ask me, how do you figure out how old a horseshoe is? The width is generally one way to kind of roughly gauge how old a horseshoe is. You see how wide that is? This is less wide, and this is even less wide. This would be the older one. I think this one dates to like 1400 or something like that. That was found over in the United Kingdom. And this is wider, slightly wider one than the newer ones. And then these are more new. This could be 1900 for all I know. So that's about it really. I just mainly wanted to show you the difference between this ox shoe here and a broken horseshoe. And just do a couple other things in with it just to make the video longer than about 30 seconds. I hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything else you would like me to talk about as far as relics and different history and different things like that, let me know in the comments and I'll try to do that. But I hope this kind of made sense to you. It made sense to me up here. All right, we'll see you on the next one. What are you doing, kitty? This is Curly right here. She follows me around all the time. Well, wants lots of pets. But she's the bully in the house, aren't you? You the bully? You are, aren't you? I know you are.
Take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly